The way we're going to approach this problem is to determine the unit vector that's in the same direction as vector AB, and then multiply that unit vector by 7 because we know it has a magnitude of 1. So the first thing we need to do is to determine what vector AB actually is. And we can think about that as the instructions for getting from point A to point B. And we can determine that by subtracting the x value and y value of point A from the x value and y value of point B. So if we plug in the information we have, we'll have -1, -2, and then 4, -0, which will eventually work out to vector AB being -3, 4. So now we know what our original vector is. We need to figure out the magnitude of that vector so that we can figure out what the unit vector measure would be. So if we think about those coordinates as sides of a triangle, we're being told to go left 3 and up 4. Now what we need to do is use Pythagorean theorem to figure out the magnitude of that vector, or the length of that hypotenuse. So if we use a modified form of Pythagorean theorem, we get the magnitude of vector AB being equal to -3 squared plus 4 squared, all underneath a square root. This will be the same thing as the square root of 9 plus 16, or the square root of 25, which of course simplifies to 5. Now that we know the magnitude of our original vector, we can find a unit vector in the same direction by taking our original vector, vector AB, and dividing each of its coordinates by that magnitude. So we can write this as just dividing the entire vector by that magnitude, -3, 4, all over the magnitude of 5, and that will give us a unit vector of -3 over 5, 4 over 5. What we want, however, is a vector with a magnitude equal to 7. So we know that a unit vector has to have a magnitude of 1, so all we need to do is take 7 and multiply it by our unit vector to end up with the answer that we're looking for. So if we take 7 and multiply it by each of those pieces of our unit vector, so we had -3 over 5 and 4 over 5, distributing 7 through will give us our final answer, which is a vector with a magnitude of 7 in the same direction as vector AB is -21 over 5, 28 over 5.